you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, I'm Rebecca Felgate, this is Most Amazing Top 10, and today I am very excited to be doing a subject that I care a lot about, London. London, England. Hello hometown. Yep, today we are doing the top 10 things to do when in London. Let's get going, shall we? Side note, I've included some things that I would actually do as a Londoner, as well as a couple of touristy things. In at number 10, we have hang out in Camden. Now, Camden is one of the main music spots of London. It's a really cool area. People like Amy Winehouse and the Libertines hang out there. There are some great pubs, there are some great clubs. There's a really good market in Camden Lock. Now, this market is actually insane. There are so many vintage shops, there are a couple of goth shops, and there is an excellent food scene. Also, Camden is on the river, so if it's a nice day, you can hang out on the lock. In at number 9, take a selfie with a guard at Buckingham Palace. Okay, so as a person who lived in London for 8 years, I probably wouldn't do this, but if you're not from London or England, you might want to head on down to Buckingham Palace because England has an actual queen. Better than that, she has guards in funny fuzzy hats that guard her palace. We're not making this up, this is just legit what happens in England. Now, these guards are really cool, but they're not actually allowed to show any emotion or facial expressions when you hang out near them. So it's kind of fun to go along, take some pictures and snap them looking really serious while you're pulling a crazy face. At number 8, we have picnic in the parks. So this is kind of a weather dependent activity, but on a glorious day, there is nothing better than having a picnic in one of London's many parks. So my absolute favourite parks in London are St James's Park, Hyde Park, the Serpentine and Regent's Park. Regent's Park even has a zoo in it. As well as a zoo, it also has a really nice rose garden, and if you happen to be in London on a glorious summer's day, there's also an open air theatre, which is one of my favourites. The parks also host regular music festivals in the summer. There's Lovebox, there's O2 Wireless Festival, there's BST Barclays Summertime. If you're in London, when there's some music in the park, literally do it. Keeping on theme at number 7, we have go to a concert. So the British music scene is world renowned. Bands like Queen, Blur, The Kinks, The Rolling Stones, Sex Pistols, Fleetwood Mac, artists like Adele, Florence and the Machine, Amy Winehouse, David Bowie, they all come from London. I don't know whether it's something they slip in the water there, but it really has its finger on the pulse of the music scene. Be it at a small dive bar in New Cross, or checking out some sounds in Shoreditch, or heading to a bigger venue like the O2 Academy in Brixton, if I were you and I was heading to London, I'd check out what was playing and go and see a show. In at number 6, we have go to Greenwich Village. Now, I don't mean North Greenwich, I mean Greenwich on the DLR, and then yay, you get to ride the DLR, which is essentially the best train. Now, Greenwich is one of the last places in London that still has a very villagey feel to it, and it is the home of the historical and incredible Cutty Sark. Next to the Cutty Sark is a great pub called the Gypsy Moth, which is a really good traditional English pub that serves good real ale and an excellent Sunday roast. Greenwich also has a lovely park with a hill that has amazing views of the city. Go there. At number 5, one of my absolute favourite things to do in London, and something you'll find locals doing, have a curry on Brick Lane. So if you're a fan of Indian food, then you absolutely must go to Brick Lane in Shoreditch. The food there is incredible. London has a lot of immigrants from Pakistan, and they have brought their recipes for delicious food with them. I love Brick Lane in Shoreditch at the best of times, and you don't even need to plan ahead as to which restaurant you want to go to. Literally just walk down the strip, find the best deal. All of the food is incredible. Also, a lot of the time it's bring your own bottle, so if you're able to drink in England, it's actually kind of good financially. At number 4, museum hop in South Kensington and Knightsbridge. So London is filled with really amazing museums, and unlike a lot of places in the rest of the world, they're free. A lot of the museums are in and around the South Kensington and Knightsbridge area. For example, the V&A Museum, Natural History Museum and Science Museum are literally right next door to each other. And London can be quite an expensive city, so why not go and do something that's really awesome for free? Also, while you're in Knightsbridge, why not stroll on down to this next place on the list? That's right, at number 3, visiting Harrods. Opened in 1824, Harrods in London is one of the oldest and most prestigious department stores in the world. The green bags you see people carrying around are absolutely iconic. The architecture of the building itself is beautiful, and whilst a Londoner probably wouldn't hang out there at the weekend, it's absolutely worth seeing. Also, recommendation for you, the chocolates in the food court are amazing. Also, if you happen to be in the city at Christmas time, their Christmas displays are incredible. Magical. In at number 2, another one of my favourite things to do in London, go and see a show. I'm talking a musical. So there are 2 places in the world where you can see absolutely top-notch musicals. That is London and New York. So So Broadway versus the West End, I think they're both pretty good, but London has old architecture on its side. The theatres themselves are an absolute sight to behold. The London Palladium, for example, it is over 100 years old, it is beautiful, there's pomp, there's serious pomp. When I was younger and doing my masters in London, I used to work at the Palladium, and there is nothing like being in the Cinderella bar there. Check it out on Google. So there are over 45 big shows running in London at any one time. My favourites are Les Mis and Phantom, but do you know what? Going to see any of them would be an amazing experience. Insider tip, head to the TKTS booth in Leicester Square and get a same-day discount on a show. So guys, you have it from the best person to tell you about it, because I lived there for 8 years. This has been the top 10 things to do in London. We are reaching the #1 spot. So this is for the penny pinchers. It is an amazing way to see the city. At number 1, we have Walk the South Bank. Now the South Bank is my absolute favourite part of London, and you don't have to pay any money to experience it. It's a really good way to get some exercise, see famous sights of London in one fell swoop. For example, visible from the South Bank is St Paul's Cathedral, Big Ben, the Millennium Bridge, London Bridge, Tower Bridge and the London Eye. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my suggested walking tour of the South Bank, so maybe grab a pen, some paper, do it. So I personally would start at London Bridge Underground Station, exit, marvel at the Shard, then walk down the steps to the South Bank, pop down Beadle Street, walk through Borough Market. Now Borough Market runs Thursday to Sunday and it is an incredible food market. It is really good. I recommend getting a good sausage. So from Borough Market I'd pop down Cathedral Street and see the Golden Hind boat, then walk down Clink Street to Bankside, maybe even pop into the Anchor for a pint, then keep walking Bankside, stop and look at the Shakespeare's Globe, maybe even pop in the Tate Modern and the South Bank Centre, and simply revel in the joy. After that I would cross Waterloo Bridge and get a really good perspective of the city from the River Thames. Yes. Okay guys, so I'm feeling a little bit homesick, but Toronto, the city I live in now, is awesome. If you are in London, absolutely do these things. Let me know. Also, do let me know your favourite city out there. Let me know down below. I'm Rebecca Felgate. This has been Most Amazing Top 10. Also be sure to like, share and subscribe. See you next time.